So cool. सुनील जो भी आया ही नहीं। All right, so very nice good afternoon to all of you. In my second video I will be teaching you the second act of birthday party, right? Read the second act of birthday party, and which is that if I read you second act of the birthday party, find that that this play, as I told you that there are certain thing about this play that when you read this play, find that that there are certain. Today I will just teach you the basic theme of the play. I want to tell you that what is the theme of the play. Then, as I told you that that this is the very a very interesting play of the post-modern sensibility. If you want to understand that certain post-modern sensibility, right? And the postmodernism, you know, that emerged after the First World War, Second World War. So, what is postmodernism? You know that this is PINTER's basic idea about behind the writing of this play. He has made it very categorical that the world of basically 20th century after these two world wars is a world that is completely meaningless, right? And that this is obvious in Samuel Beckett's Waiting for Godot and other plays like Edward Bond Saved, or Joe Orton's Loot, or if you read Tommy Stopper's and Rosencrantz Are Dead. So all these plays are meaningless, but if you read Birthday Party, the first act, have seen that that Meg is making a plan to celebrate the birthday of Stanley, and Stanley is not ready for celebration, right? So this is basic point that why he is not ready for celebration, and there are certain things that Goldberg and McCon, both of them say that in fact that they both of them say that I want to celebrate your birthday, right, today, and Stanley is afraid. That this is basic point that PINTER wants to say that why Stanley is so afraid, right? So sit down, and today just I am going to move further yesterday from the point where I have finished my earlier lecture, that glass age and a lot of symbol you find in this, right? This play is highly symbolical, and as I told you earlier, and again I am saying that PINTER, what is written is not so important as what is not written. Now, this is a unique technique of Harold PINTER, right? Something which is not written is most important. This is postmodernity. If you can analyze this play in terms of postmodernism, that postmodernity that is a cultural logic of late capitalism. This is what Frederick Jameson says. Postmodernism is it is a particular topic in LT grade. Questions may be asked that what is postmodernity? You understand, postmodernism is the world where we are living. In fact, we are living in a postmodernism, right? And now it is more than postmodernism, right? Today, if you read very contemporary world like Gen Z and the term like uh, accepting everything, right? We have the term like simulation and simulacra by uh, by very famous theorist of 21st century, Baudrillard, says that simulation and simulacra. And then there is a theory, Lota says that this is the meta narrative, right? That that he points out meta narrative, that escapism from meta narrative. And then we have Michel Foucault and Jacques Derrida, in terms of post-structuralism and postmodernism, that goes neck in neck. Post-structuralist theory like Jacques Derrida, we have Michel Foucault, we have Karl Marx, we have Martin Heidegger later, but we have Friedrich Nietzsche who says that there is no God. So postmodernity is that it basically points that historically speaking basically deals with the issue of Cold War. And when you read Pinter's play, you just keep it in this mind that after the World War, these two World War finished, there was another war that was Cold War, and Cold War was the direct confrontation, not directly confrontation, but indirect confrontation between the two superpowers at that time, two polars of the world. It was divided into two polar, and therefore you have the text like Samuel Huntington say that the end of history, and Francis Fukuyama, who says that clash of civilization. So this clash of civilization is a term which is very clearly applied to the theory of this play, right? The birthday party. And at one side there was Russia, and another side there was United States, and both were both indulged in a indirect war, right? Certain proliferation of so many weapons. Then we have Suez Canal issue. We have Vietnam War, and you know that China also attacked India at that time. So India, in the Prime Minister, our first Prime Minister, he said that we will keep away ourselves from these two polar worlds. But the point is this, that one pole, both of these poles of the world, superpowers of the world, what they wanted to do is that they wanted to assert or encroach their power, right? To encroach their power. This encroachment for the personal individualism and personal liberty. This is the basic point for this play, right? Stanley is a symbol of individualism. We say Goldberg and McCon, as Pinter has made it very categorical in his interview to Mel Gusso. He said that they are the establishment. Right? They are the establishment of certain types of culture, certain types of establishment. They have come to set up anarchy. They have come to set up a system. But the point is this, that the present system is all right. We should accept system. Because system and tradition, these are the part of our life, and we must accept and must believe in system. Tragic point is, and that's what Sigmund Freud also says. In his very interesting essay, which is prescribed in several universities, that what was the reason for this world war? He said that the reason for this world war was that entire state was in a state of illusion, right? So the entire state was in a state of illusion. This is what he says that in a book called Civilization and Its Discontent, that the entire problem was because of illusion. So this nature of illusion is something. So that's why the play ends with the state, with when Max says that Max says that I was the belly of ball. In fact, she was not. Right. So this tells that she was living in a world of illusion. There is no clear-cut vision, right? And that is what postmodernism says. That several thinkers like Pastiche, like imitation, like simulation and simulacra and cultural logic of late capitalism, These are the basic theory of postmodernity. But when we read Pinter's plays, we find that this play, in fact, the title itself is very symbolical, that is celebrate our birthday party to reawakening ourselves, to reawaken, to awaken our vision, right? We are very happy when we celebrate someone's birthday party or our birthday party. But in this play, you find completely reversal. So, as I told you that when you that we must read this play, and when we read this play, we find that how there are so many that how there are so many things like so just I am moving forward of this play, and then some blind backmans come on. This point you must keep in mind, and then he says that Mac can't sit the task. It is knocked from his hand and falls. This is the scene I have where I finished in my previous video, and say that the two gentlemen had the last opportunity. May go. I must sit down a minute. So you see that the way Macron and Goldberg order Stanley to sit down is also very interesting. That he says sit down. It's his car. His car. Oh, I didn't know it was his car. I feel better. What are you on about? I do feel better. Oh, you go and get a bit of fare. Yes, I will. I will go and get the shopping. That was Goldberg. And there Goldberg, a reception committee, right? Here, this is the point that Goldberg, a reception committee, and then says that you find the resemblance, right? And there are reception committee. Then you have coming into the room, right? Your wife makes a very nice cup of tea, Mrs. Bonds. This was the so I was there, and then you see that qualifications. Someone with the paper was to have a look at him. Someone with a few PTS, and yes, birthday celebration was too much for him. Pity what came over him. What came over him? Breakfast, Mrs. Bole. All right. So just I want to make you the point. Basically, which is very interesting and very important episode in this play, where Goldberg and Macron they cross question. You see that they question a lot, right? And they do not let Stanley answer. This is the pathetic point of the play, right? They are asking so many questions. That this is our birthday party. That now there is a menace, there is danger. So that Macron, Goldberg, it is here. But let me come to the point where they are asking the question. They are asking so many questions. They are asking so many questions. And this is the see that I was belly of ball. That I have come in the last. But I am coming again. This is just I want to say you that where I watch. This is the third act. I reached the third act, right? And but I want to say you that this is the point that this is something that you see that come. Sorry, I am taking time, but Stanley, Macron, chicken, eggs. Now, this is the interesting point. Who came first, the chicken or egg? An existentialist point that they rage, right? That who came first, chicken or egg? The existential perception, that essence precedes existence or vice versa. That is the basic question. And but he says that let me come to this. This is the point, and Now, this is the point. That Meg rising, I will show you. If you don't mind coming upstairs, and then says that with a tulip, its pleasure, laughing, followed by Macon. Stanley appears at the window. He enters by the back door. He goes to the door on the left, opens it and listens. Silence. He walks to the table. He stands. He sits as Meg enters. She crosses and changes her shopping bag on a hook. He lights a match and watches it burn. Who is it? Now this is the point. The two gentlemen. Right? The two gentlemen. Meg, the ones that were coming, I just took them to their room. They were thrilled with their room. Right? They were very happy with their room. And I can't remember that they were happy their room. That was one of them. Stanley slowly sat down. You must not be sad today. It's your birthday. Stanley dumbly. Oh. So Stanley said dumbly. Means that Stanley is not very happy. Right? It's your birthday, Stan. I was going to keep the secret. He said that I was going to keep it. It's your birthday. This is not my birthday, mate. He said that no, this is not my birthday. And this is, she watches him uncertainly. He hangs the drum around his neck, taps it gently with the stick, then marches around the table, eating irregularly. McCann rises and intercepts him. Then he says, Stanley, what is your name? Stanley Weber. McCann, I'm glad to meet you, sir. Yeah, for this, and that's unfortunate. McCann, oh no, it's very nice. And well, if you move this, and then what guest? McCann, myself for one. I had the honor of invitation, the mountains of more, because bigger. And then, this is very important. That McCann, that's why it's all laid and Stanley walks around. McCann, where are you going? Now, this is very, this episode you must read when you read the play, that how this is very important. Stanley walks around the table toward the door. McCann meets him. Where are you going? Stanley, I want to go out. Why don't you stay here? McCann says that, why don't you stay? So many cross questions. This is postmodernity. This is the threat of the play. That we celebrate the birthday party and we wish someone, right? We say that happy birthday to you. We present some gifts. We enjoy a party. We have very delicious food, etc. You don't find anything is here. Rather, there is a completely reversal. There is completely opposite. He says that Stanley moves away to the right of the table. Stanley, so you are down here on holiday, right? Stanley says that you are. Have you come here to celebrate? It seems that you have come here to celebrate your birthday, your holiday. Was it? I can't mind and leave it. I have got a feeling we have met before. No, we haven't ever been anywhere neither met. Say that this is nonsense thing. They say that we have made here, etc. Say that no, we have not. McCann, I don't know. Tell you, oh no, quite inviting, thriving community. I was born and brought up there. I lived well away from the main road. McCann has paused. Stanley, you are here on a short stay. McCann, that's right. Then Stanley says that you have come here for a short stay. Why have you come here? You have come here for a short stay? McCann, that's right. I have come here for a short stay. Stanley, you will find it very bracing. Do you find it bracing? Stanley, me, no, but you will. He sits at a table. I like it here, but I will be moving soon. Back home, I will stay there too. This time, no place like home. He laughs. I wouldn't have left, but business calls. Business called, and I had to leave for a bit. You know how it is. McCann sitting at the table left. You in business? Stanley. Then Stanley says that because I have some business establishment. So McCann says that are you in business? Stanley, no, I think I will give it up. He said that I will give it up the business soon, and I have got a small private income. You see, I think I will give it up also. And unlike being away from home, I used to live very quietly, played record. That's about all. Everything delivered to the door. Then I started a little private business in a small way, and it compelled me to come down here, kept me longer than I expected. You never get used to live in someone else's house. Don't you agree? I live so quietly. You can only appreciate what you had when things change. That's what they say. Not a cigarette. Then said that Stanley says that I have come to I want to leave my business. I want to give up my business. And Stanley lights cigarette, voices from the back. Stanley, who is out there? McCann, my friend, and the man of the house. Right? And then McCann introduces that my friend, that is Goldberg. I bet you wouldn't think I would lead such a quiet life. The lines of my face, it's the drink, been drinking a bit down here, but what I mean is, You know how it is away from your own. All wrong, of course. I'll be all right when I get back. But what I mean is the way some people look at me. You would think I was a different person. I suppose I have changed, but I am still the same man that I always was. I mean, you don't think to look at me really. I mean, not really that I was a sort of bloke who was any trouble. Would you? McCann looks at him. Do you know what I mean? Stanley picks up a strip of papers. Mind that. Stanley, why are you down here? I SMC start holiday. SMC start from Stanley because it is not a boarding house. It never was. So, these things I covered in my previous lecture. It is not till next month, not according to the lady. Her she is crazy, right? Now then again there is a comedy. Comedy means what? Say that McCann, you don't like it. Stanley to the table. Listen, don't call me sir. I won't if you don't like to me. No, anyway, this is not my birthday. McCann, no. Stanley, no. Not till next month. McCann, not according to the lady. What is the problem is, Reggie? She said that she is crazy. Stanley said that that lady is a crazy. McCann, that's a terrible thing to say. That is the Stanley say. This is a comedy. And this is the comedy of say that she is a crazy. McCann, that's terrible thing to say. Stanley to the table. Haven't you found that out of it? There's a lot you don't know. I think someone's leading you up to the garden path. McCann, who wouldn't do that? Leaning across the table, that woman is mad. McCann, that's slender. Stanley, and you don't know what you are doing? Your cigarette is near the paper from the bag. So that McCann says, Stanley says that lady is a crazy. Because Stanley understand make better than because see this is the Freudian slip. Say that lady is crazy. And Stanley look, listen a minute. McCann, let go my arm. Sit down a minute. Then Stanley look, sit down. McCann savagely hitting his arm. Now this is the McCann savagely hitting his arm. Don't do that. Sit down. Don't do that. Don't sit down. Stanley backs across the stage, holding his arm. Stanley, listen, you knew what I was talking about before, didn't you? I don't know what you are at all. Stanley, it's a mistake. Do you understand? McCann, you are in a bad state. Bad state, man. Can't say that you are in a bad state. And so, certain types of questions that are being posed, which is very dangerous. Stanley, whispering, advancing. Has he told you anything? Do you know what you are here for? Tell me. You needn't be frightened of me. Or hasn't he told you? McCann told me what? Stanley hissing. I have explained to you, damn you, that all these years I lived in Basingstoke. I never stepped outside the door. Things. I never stepped outside the door. This is what Stanley said. So Stanley said that I have never been outside the door, which means that I have kept myself within the limitation of a fourth wall. Means that the modern man does not want to go outside of the room. That Pinter's first place room also. Room is very symbolical. Room is a place that has double meaning, and this is Pinter's special technique that in Pinter's place everything has a double meaning. Double meaning says that he says that I have never been out of the room, means that I have kept myself hidden in the room because of the danger. According to that, Stanley is suffering a lot. Stanley is very afraid. I say that McCann, wow, where do you think, Stanley? I know Ireland very well. Say that I have been Ireland very well. A lot of my friends are there. That she said that I love that country and I admire and it's people. I trust them. They respect the truth and they have sense of humor. I think their policemen are wonderful. I have been there. I have never seen such sunsets. What about coming out to have a drink with me? The pub down the roads of Guinea. No, very difficult to get in these parts. He breaks up the voices junior. Goldberg and Petty enter from that point. Goldberg, as he enters, a mother in a million. He sees Stanley. And then Goldberg also comes. He sees Petty, oh, hello, Stan. You haven't met Stanley. Have you, Mr. Goldberg? Goldberg, I haven't had the pleasure. So, Petty introduces Stanley to Goldberg. He says that this is Stanley. Haven't you met that person earlier? Petty, oh, this is Mr. Goldberg. This is Mr. Weber. Then Petty said that this is Mr. Goldberg and this is Mr. Weber. Weber means Stanley Weber. यदि पूछा जाता है यूजीसी नेट में व्हाट इज द फुल नेम ऑफ दैट पर्सन, जस्ट से दैट इज अ स्टैनली वेबर. That we were just getting a bit of air in the garden. Goldberg, I was telling Mr. Gold about my old mom. What day? He sits at the table, right? Yes. When I was a youngster of a Friday, I used to go for a walk down the canal. A girl who lived down my road, a beautiful girl. What voice that bird had? A nightingale, my word of honor. Wow, good, pure. She was not a Sunday school teacher for nothing. Anyway, I would leave her with a little kiss on the cheek. I never took liberties. We weren't like the young man these days, and this is something I would give a helping hand to a couple of stray dogs. This, what McCann says and what Goldberg says, must read these plays in very closely, and you find that Goldberg, she called me Simi. There are certain nonsense talking, but within this nonsense talking, there is a hidden meaning. And this hidden meaning is the core of Pinter's plays. Stop, sirs, what a life. Pause. Petty rising from the table. Well, I have to be off. That I'll have to go. Goldberg off. Petty, it is my chess night. Goldberg, you are not staying for the party. Petty, no, I am sorry, Stan. I didn't know about it till just now. And we have got a game. Now, you also understand that when you analyze the character, find that this Stanley and Petty. Petty was the person who knew everything. Petty was the person who knew everything. And therefore, Petty has a very close eye. He is the close observer of situation. He observes everything. Close observers of situation. So you know that he observes everything in very categorical move. I am sorry, Stan, I don't know about it, and we have got it then. He said that is how Petty introduces Stanley to Goldberg and McCann. Meg is living in a state of illusion. Keep this in mind. Stanley is living in a state of fear. Goldberg and McCann, these two persons, they have come to set up to fulfill their assignment, that is their target, to make human beings a part of system which is rather dangerous. If we read this play in historical terms, we find that this play is the beautiful example of the Cold War perspective. Read history, you find the Cold War. However, the character of Petty is very interesting, that he is a close observer of everything. He knew. The last line of Petty is very important. He said that Stanley, don't let them tell what to do. This is what Petty says, that don't let them tell what to do. Don't tell them everything about your future action. Petty knew very closely that they have not come to welcome Stanley. Rather, they have come to defy, in fact, they have come to enforce or impose a system. And obviously, we know that Stanley is defying that system. So, this is very obvious when you read this play. Till here, I am sorry, Stan, I don't know about till just now. And then what happens? Then it's interesting. He says that get back early. Goldberg, we'll have some drink for you. All right. Oh, that reminds me. You see that something, we have some drink for you. That reminds me, you better go and collect the bottles. McCann now, Goldberg, of course. Now, time's getting around the corner. Remember, mention my name. I am coming your way. Goldberg beat him quick and come back. Message balls. Petty, do my best. See you later, Stan. Petty and McCann go out. Left. Stanley moves to the center. And this is the point, that Stanley moves to the center. Now, from here you find that the brainwashing. Now, this is very important. The brainwashing process of Stanley. Brainwashing. We say that Goldberg or warm night, Stanley turning, don't mess me about. Now, from here, if you read this, this is very important. Stanley, don't mess me out, Goldberg. I beg your pardon. Moving down stage, I am afraid there has been a mistake. We are booked out. Your room's taken. Mrs. Bowles forget to tell you. You will have to find someone here. Goldberg, are you the manager here? That's right. Goldberg, is it a good game? I run the house. I am afraid you and your friend will have to find other accommodation. Goldberg rising. Oh, I forget. So from here onwards, we find that the brainwashing process of Stanley is beginning here. Then Stanley ignoring hand. Perhaps you are deaf. And then he says that what makes you think that? As a matter of fact, every single one of my senses at its peak. Not bad going here for a man past 50, but a birthday I always feel is a great occasion. Taken too much for granted these days. He said that you know that we are taking everything for granted. And they say that what a thing to celebrate, but like getting up in the morning. I have heard them getting up in the morning. They say, what is it? Your skin's crabby, you need a shape, your eyes are full of muck, your mouth hurts. So then Goldberg is describing the complexion of Stanley. See that your mouth is like a bog house, the palms of your hands are full of sweat, your nose is clogged up, your feet think, what are you but a corpse waiting to be wasted. Now that's how the complexion of Stanley is being described by this person. That what are you but a corpse waiting to be washed. Whenever I hear that point of view, I feel cheerful because I know what it is to wake up with the sun shining, to the sound of the lawn mower, all the little birds, the smell of the grass, church bells, tomato juice. Stanley get out, enter McCann with the bottle, and then Stanley get out, then McCann enter. Now, this is when you read this scene, this description is also rather very funny plus dangerous. That you are like a corpse waiting to be washed. Is this the way of celebrating someone's birthday party? That we are celebrating someone and we are describing him like a corpse? What is this? The word we celebrate someone's birthday, or do we refer that person, or do we call that person by the name like you are like corpse? Nothing, right? He said that enters McCann. When McCann enters, get that drink out. These are unlicensed premises. Goldberg, you are in a terrible humor today. The Weber, and on your birthday too, with the good lady getting her strength up to give you a party. McCann puts the bottle on the sideboard. I told you to get these bottles out. Mr. Weber, sit down a minute. Now I stop here, and just what I want to tell you is that read this play, you find that how the language used in this play is very dangerous, right? And this is something that Goldberg says that you are like a corpse waiting to be washed. Now that is the basic point. He says that we celebrate someone's birthday, we wish someone, we offer a good treatment, we give a gift. But what we find here? Here you find completely opposite. There is a danger, there is a threat, there is imposition of certain rules, which is very dangerous. And therefore, the birthday party is not a cozy and relaxed birthday party. Rather, this is a completely opposite. Thank you. I will continue in my next lectures. Then we will elaborate some of the points of the play. बस आपको सहयोग की आवश्यकता